Today I rise on behalf of the California Legislative Women's Caucus in support of SCR 107. When the Women's Caucus reached out about speaking in support of this resolution, they shared an interesting statistic that brings me tremendous pride, not only as the senator for Sacramento, but more importantly, as a person who chose to make this city my home. There are 18 female senators in the Legislative Women's Caucus. Of those 18 districts represented by women in this chamber, only 2 have a higher population of Black constituents than Sacramento. The senator from Los Angeles, who is also notably presenting today's resolution, and the senator from Berkeley, who chairs the Women's Caucus. Let me start by saying what an honor it is to be included with those 2 amazing colleagues in such an important and profound way. SCR 107 recognizes February as Black History Month and urges us all to celebrate the many accomplishments and contributions that African Americans have had in our communities. There are many Black women in California who are trailblazers. I'd like to take a moment to talk about 2 from Senate District 8. In 1974, Flossie, Crump, and Felicia Allen became not only the first 2 Black women, but the first 2 women of any race to be sworn in as patrol officers in the greater Sacramento region. Felicia Allen served 16 years with the Sacramento Police Department. She didn't intend on being a police officer, but she needed a part-time job and learned the department was hiring. She was told they would not hire a woman, so she should mark every box on the application. Imagine her surprise when they actually hired her to be a police officer. Flossie Crump's journey started much differently. When Flossie was a child, while walking behind her mother and sisters in her community, she was kidnapped. She recounts fighting her captor nonstop, eventually biting his leg and escaping with her life. When she reunited with her family, she remembers her mom deciding it might be best not to involve the police because she feared putting her young daughter through additional trauma when no one would believe that a white man kidnapped a little Black girl anyway. A few weeks later, Flossie and her mother saw on the news that the same man had kidnapped, beaten, and raped another young girl. Those childhood experiences led Flossie to become a Sacramento police officer and eventually a homicide detective. Flossie served 25 years with the department and held the highest standard of integrity, compassion, something she's known for to this day. Both Flossie and Felicia faced extraordinary discrimination throughout their careers, but both were driven by a desire to break gender and racial barriers and to be present for a community previously unrepresented in that space. Notably, their story was largely untold until just a few years ago when Sacramento's first Black police chief, Daniel Hahn, made it his personal mission to share the amazing accomplishments of these 2 women. In fact, Sacramento's police headquarters is now named in their honor. Joining us today in celebration of Black History Month in our gallery is retired Sacramento homicide detective Flossie Crump. I'd like to thank the senator from Los Angeles for bringing this resolution forward today and for allowing me to share the story of 2 amazing Black women I know who broke glass ceilings. And on behalf of the Legislative Women's Caucus, I urge an aye vote on SCR 107.